What is up, everyone? Dividend Grinder here, coming at you with a rare Sunday video. I know I was in the mood. I was doing some, just kind of maintenance work on my portfolio, looking at it, taking a deep look at all the holdings in the portfolio. And I kind of wanted to do my own basic calculations. And maybe these calculations will provide a little bit of motivation for all you dividend investors out there. So I'm talking, of course, I do all monthly dividend payers. So I just want to give some inspiration on the compounding of dividends, how compounding over time really does amazing things. So I kind of want to demonstrate it in this example with a spreadsheet that I've come up with, just to give you a clear idea of, in 30 years, how much a little investment can grow without you doing much of anything. So for the purpose of this example, we're going to use my top holding in my portfolio, Guggenheim Strategic Opportunities Fund, ticker symbol GOF. And I think this is a good one to use because if we look at the maximum chart in Yahoo Finance, since 2013, they've been paying a dividend of 18.2 cents per share every single month. They've been very consistent. And the reason I like to use this one as an example is that even before 18.2 cents, their dividend payouts were actually less. So you can see they've been steadily increasing their dividend payouts to the point of 18.2 cents per share where it is today. So for the purpose of our example, we go to our spreadsheet here. We're going to say that the dividend per share for the next 30 years, I know that's obviously probably not likely. It's definitely going to go up or down or some direction. Most likely not going to stay for 30 years at 18.2 cents a share. But for the purpose of the example, for 30 years, we're going to start at 18.2 cents a share and just keep it that way for 30 years running. So the share price I have highlighted here. Why do I have 23.50 when the actual share price is 22.16? Well, again, for the purpose of this example, we're going to have to use a static stock price just so we excuse me, my mic fell out as my arms were flailing and the controller just knocked right out. So we have to use a static stock price just to calculate the number of shares that we're going to have each month. So as you can see, this 25.84 is currently what I have in my M1 Finance portfolio for this Guggenheim investment fund. Whoops, let's go to holdings. So you see 25.84 shares is what I currently own. And that's what I'm starting out with. I did August of 18 because that's when I will receive my next dividend payment from this holding. The 548 here, that's how much that's how much I paid to currently get to the position I am today with Guggenheim. As you go back, you can see the cost is $547.77. I've rounded it up to $548. So you can see that by the actual value that I've been getting a pretty nice return on it. But for the purpose of this argument and this example, we're going to say I paid $548 in this Guggenheim investment to get where it is today. Where will it be in 30 years? So I just did a pretty simple calculation. So as you can see, I have the rows hidden because I want it to be a surprise on how much this grows from $548. So the dividend per share, like I said, I kept it the same at 18.2 cents a share, going all the way to August of 2048, which is in 30 years' time. I know I can't even fathom living out that long, but that's where it's headed. So we take the amount of shares, we times it by the dividend per share, and that's the monthly dividend income that we receive. To calculate the next month, it gets a little trickier because we're reinvesting it into the holding. So right off the bat, I'll say if you have M1 Finance, this really wouldn't be, as feasible unless this is your only holding, because we're assuming that you're taking all the monthly dividend income and putting it right back into Guggenheim Strategic Opportunities Fund. With the case of M1 Finance, if you have more than one holding, any of the dividend income you would receive would technically get allocated to all the holdings in your portfolio. So we're just going to assume that, Guggenheim's the only holding in your portfolio just to make this example a lot easier to work with. So with that being said, you have your dividend income of $4.70. So if the share price is $23.50, you would get the amount of shares as followed. It would be $4.70 divided by $23.50. So it's your monthly dividend that you receive times the current share price. Obviously, the share price is going to fluctuate, but we're keeping it at $23.50, making it fixed, just to make the calculation a lot easier. Obviously, it's not going to be $23.50 every single time you reinvest into the investment. So it's just really simple then. So you can see the calculation for the amount of shares the next month. It's taking that $4.70, dividing it into $23.50, and it's adding it to the previous month's amount of shares. So if I were to reinvest strictly in the GOF, you can see that the amount of shares go from 25.84 starting in August, and in September they go to 26.04 shares of Guggenheim. So there's all the calculations. That's how it's done. So the moment you've all been waiting for, let's see how big this thing grows without me touching it, without me putting any more funds into GOF. After 30 years, where is the portfolio? Well, let's unhide. By the way, this is not Microsoft Excel. This is an open source document. Microsoft Excel is definitely a lot easier to work with, and I hope to get that soon. But enough talking. Let us show the hidden cells. So as you can see, in 2019 to 2020, excuse me, slowly gaining some steam. And you can see where this is going. Already the monthly dividend income is going from $4.70 to $6 to $7 in 2023. And if we scroll all the way down to 2048, 30 years into the future, you get to $75 in monthly dividend income. You have 415 shares in 30 years by not putting any more money into your investment. 415 shares from a measly 25 shares that I have right now. If I let it go and all things being consistent, it would go from 25 shares to 415 shares. And using that static stock price of $23.50, how much would that be worth? So take the amount of shares and you times it by the share price. So that investment would be worth $9,762 from a mere $548 that you initially invested. $548 to $9,762. You've literally done nothing. You've poured no money into it. This is a $548. Set it, forget it. 30 years down the line, turns into $9,762. And as you can imagine, if you were just to continue to let it sit there, so let's say, you're good with putting it in for another 10 years, we would just drag this down for a while and the numbers would just get exponentially higher. So you can see eventually getting to $204 in monthly dividend income. And I wish this would actually do the formula correctly because it never does. So it's on a year lag if we're looking at this. So if you just do an extra 54, it should be 55. An extra 7 to 8 years, right? You're already getting $204 in dividend income per month. 1,123 shares, all things being equal, that would be worth $26,400. So just from putting it not even another decade in, it went from, what was it, like 9,600 to 26,000. So as you can see, monthly dividend payers that are compounding, that you just reinvest, they grow so exponentially large. $26,000 after, what would that be, like 37 years-ish? $26,000 from $548. That is not including any other investments into it. not putting any more money, just letting it reinvest and do its thing. I hope this video has been, somewhat inspirational to people who are dividend investors, seeing just a measly $500 grow into 26 grand just by letting it set and forget. Obviously, with the hopes of my daily dividend portfolio, as you can see in M1 Finance, I'm going to be putting in more money. So this process is going to be accelerated even more so. And the compounding will just go up and up and up even faster as I put more money into the portfolio. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video, giving you some hope for how fast compounding can work. Yeah, obviously 30 years is a long length of time. You might not be around that long. You might be, too old to start this investment, but I'm just giving you hope. Look at how small that investment was, $500. Almost everyone can afford $500 in investment. There are people out there who are going to start, with thousands and thousands more than what I have, than a mere, 5,000. 5,000 might be a lot to some people, and it's very puny to other people. I'm just giving you some perspective on the compounding. Guys, if you want to start an M1 Finance portfolio, all you have to do, I'll leave a referral link in the description below. Click on the link. That'll get you to M1 Finance. As soon as you invest, you will get $10. I will get $10. You'll be helping the channel out. You'll be helping yourself out, giving yourself money. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.